myself Sharad, and I work as a business development manager for Thermo Scientific, specifically working for the EPM group, wherein we have this environment and process monitoring solutions. So as it was being discussed in the first session that proper monitoring and the data is essential to taking any actions. So I'll be touching upon the analytical solutions that we provide and have been providing for a lot of customers, which enable the measurement and also the process optimization. So without further ado, I'll start with the quick introduction of the company, and then I'll take you through the offerings that we have. After that, a bit of discussion on the case studies and ventures which we have done with the NTPCs, IOCLs, ONGCs. So Thermo Fisher Scientific, we are a US-based company, and we have this motto for which we stand, that is to enable our customers making the world healthier, cleaner, and safer. And this lives by our heart, and and is followed in everything that we do. So when we talk about the healthier, we are involved in the clinical researches, trials, and vaccination developments and health trials. So we are a part of these solutions wherein we enable medical agencies to develop a healthier world. From the cleaner part, when we talk about the cleaner, we talk about the air monitoring, water monitoring, or soil monitoring. So we enable the measurement, so whether it be air quality or the water quality, soil quality, we have measurement solutions for that. Safer, we have dedicated laboratories which enable the measurement of toxicities in food, beverages, or we also help narcotics for these measurements of the drugs and all. So enabling our customers to make the world healthier, cleaner, and safer. So being a global company with the revenue of around $42 billion, we have a very strong hold all around the world. We have invested more than $1.3 billion per year. We invest in the R&D with a global colleague footprint of more than 12 lakhs and R&D scientists, more than 7,200 R&D scientists in the team. So the global presence is in more than 70 countries. We are present all around the world and helping customers live by for what we stand. So contributing to the India's growth story, we have been expanding our footprint in India with more than 4,800 colleagues, out of which 450 plus sales professional. We have customer excellence centers across India. So more than 4 global capability centers and 8 manufacturing facilities. So in line with the government's initiative wherein they wanted us to manufacture these air quality monitoring stations in India, we are doing it, and now having a manufacturing in India which is poised to serve the Asia Pacific market as well. So these are the customer experience centers we have in place. So we kind of test the samples and provide free testing as well. So in case you have any feedstock or you want to do analysis of samples using ICP, OES, ICP, MS, we have it all, and we do it at our customer excellence centers. And yes, you are free to visit these centers and see as to what Thermo Fisher brings to the table. So this was the latest agreement which was signed with the Telangana government for the development of Genome Valley, and we have been helping them for the R&D and analytical offerings. So this is something that I'll be talking on, CAQMS, Continuous Ambient Air Quality Monitoring Stations. So the AQI part which you see across, which you see in the news, which is being measured across the countries. So we are a big part of it, and we have the systems that are able to measure the air quality reliably and efficiently. Then we also have these general purpose lab refrigerators and freezers. These are also being manufactured in India and are a part of many diagnostic labs and R&D facilities. So this is the customer service capability. We have more than 400 field specialists because when you sell such system, you need to have a strong service backup. So we have a lot of service engineers who are available round the clock and who are able to deliver whenever required across 40 plus locations. So when we talk about the EPM basically stands for environment and process monitoring. So from the environment monitoring solutions part, we have these CAQMS, fixed CAQMS, portable CAQMS. So these are in line with the NACAS guidelines. So National Ambient Air Quality Standards, which states that you have to measure these contaminants in air from which they will derive the value of AQI. So these are very much in line with the guidelines. Then we also have SEMS, continuous emission monitoring system, which was also being discussed in morning. So wherever there is a stack, there is a mandate to measure the emissions, and Thermo Fisher is actively working across India to help clients like NTPCs, DVCs, all cement plants to measure the emissions in the stack. Then the industrial hygiene part, so toxic vapor analyzers, portable toxic vapor analyzers, and the personal dust monitors, so PM1, PM2.5, PM10, or the volatile organic carbons. Say if you are in refinery and you want to see the volatile organic carbons, you can use TVA 2020. From the process monitoring part, I have mentioned environment as well because some of these instruments cater the environmental requirement as well, but these are more of a process optimization instruments. So FTIR, Max IR FTIR is Thermo Fisher's FTIR based solution, so Fourier transform infrared, which is used to have analysis of multiple analytes. So very effective and very robust technology for the measurement of emissions or for the measurement of industrial gases, purity and all. Solar IQ, this is something that we have deployed across the refineries. So measuring the total sulfur in refineries is a mandate which was laid down by the government. So as we changed from BS4 to BS6, so did the sulfur threshold, and Solar IQ has been deployed across the refineries for the measurement of total sulfur. Prima Pro mass spectrometer. So mass spectrometer again is a very nice technology. We compare it with the GC, but much better than GC. It is much reliable from the online part, very fast analysis. It is used majorly in the ammonia plants, petrochemicals, and a lot of applications wherein you have multiple streams for the measurement and analysis. Then this is the relatively new offering. We call it IC gas OGI camera, as Sir was talking about, optical gas imaging cameras. So this is basically meant to detect leak detection. These are called LIDAR cameras. So leak detection and repair cameras. So you can pinpoint the location of leakage. You can measure the emissions and take the preventive action. So very high sensitivity and able to detect even the minute leakages. So when we talk about the leakages, so CO2 is one of the greenhouse gas, but CH4 is even more potent greenhouse gas. It is 28 times more potent than CO2. So once you have this camera in place, you can detect the leakage and take the preventive action. So I'll be just quickly getting through the slides. So why monitor ambient air qualities? So this is not a question which I should be asking, but the stats talk about themselves. So there are more than 8.1 million deaths. So 8.1 million deaths was 2021 stats. More than 8.1 million deaths which happened due to direct air pollution, and majority of them were due to PM 2.5, and then there was death from the household pollution. So indoor air pollution is somewhat more than what outdoor is, and 6% from the ozone. Apart from the climate change which is happening due to these pollution, so the direct influence of air pollution is also something that we can see. Pulmonary disorder, and these contaminants are carcinogenic as well. Hardening of arteries, which we see a lot of cases happening due to this heart attack and all in the younger generation. So this all pollution comes with a lot of impact. And we as Thermo Fisher, we are measuring the air pollution. We are not controlling it. We measure so that the correct and preventive action can be taken. So the reliable monitoring of these parameters as per the National Ambient Air Quality Standards. We monitor carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide. These are the standard parameters: nitrogen dioxide, PM10, PM2.5, ozone, ammonia, and BTEX. So 44 years back, when the National Clean Air Act was passed, so when air pollution was being considered as a potent problem for the human health, at that time, there was a body which was formed, CPCB, and they laid the certain guidelines for the measurement, and we are in line with that, and we have been serving a lot of customers for that. So this is the National Ambient Air Quality Standards. It was laid back in 2009, which defines the contaminants which need to be measured real time, online, and the limits, and also the methods. So methods are very important and have been highlighted in yellow. So we measure all the contaminants using Thermo Fisher scientific technology. We have the sensors which work on this principle. All the analyzers are US EPA, TUV approved. So this approval is very much necessary for the for knowing the reliability of instruments. So there are many local manufacturers who are just coming up with the cheap solutions, but the certification is something that makes you sure that whatever you are measuring is reliable, and Thermo Fisher is having all the necessary approvals. So these are the solutions. So mobile van CAQMS and fixed CAQMS and the air samplers. So we have the solutions readily available as per the industrial requirement. We operate in the toughest conditions. We have a reference installation across India, but having something installed at Mount Everest is itself tells you that how we are able to operate in the toughest conditions. So we measure the air quality in Mount Everest. We provided the mobile van to Mahatma Gandhi University, Kochi, so Kerala. So they have been measuring a lot of contaminants, doing the source apportionment study as to from where the emissions are coming. The biggest advantage is that we are manufacturing in India. We have a full support facility in India. We have lot of service engineers across the region who are able to cater and who are able to operate the stations. So this is how we have impacted more than 125 million lives in last 12 years. The analyzers which we have installed, the data which has been generated and which has enabled the government officials and the bodies to take the necessary action. So installation across the India. Then we have the environment monitoring solution for the stack as well, online monitoring solutions. We call it OSEMS. So just for the introduction, so SEMS is something wherever there is a stack, wherever there is an industry, whether it be fertilizer, steel, cement, oil and gas, there is a stack from where the emissions are happening. And we have an online continuous emission monitoring system. So monitoring all the parameters as per CPCB guidelines, which were laid back in 2018. It is operational 24/7 because operation and uptime is something which is very important for the stack emission monitoring. And we are very proud to say that we have been operating these emission monitoring system with more than 90% uptime. Otherwise, you are penalized. So this is something that we are very proud to say. So these are the technologies. We majorly operate in dilution, but we are developing solutions for the hot wet extractive as well. So many technologies, but we provide the technology suiting the requirement of customers. So it is not that we push in our technology. We get the requirements from customer. We design the system to match the requirement. So for example, if there is a stack in flue gas desulfurization, if there is a stack which has a lot of moisture, so moisture becomes a problem when you transport the sample to the analyzer. So we have dilution probes wherein we dilute the air, we mix some dry air to decrease the dew point. The dew point is decreased as in the water content is reduced, so that we are able to bring down the sample Sample integrity is very important, and measure the required gases. So these are the emission standards which were laid down. These were already discussed in the morning, so I will not discuss much on this. But we have been working in the flue gas desulfurization, and very proud to say that the flue gas desulfurization orders across the India have been done. Yeah.
Last.
Okay. So I'll just try to cover it. Have been done by Thermo. Then FTIR-based solution, Fourier transform infrared solution. So to give you a brief, Fourier transform is a full spectra of light which is emitted. So if you have more than 10 contaminants which you want to measure in a stack, this is something that is pitched in. We can discuss about the technology after this because of the timing. So I'll give you an example. So there is a waste to energy project. Lot of waste to energy projects are going on. So the contaminants which will be emitted are unknown. So you don't know what is the composition of waste. So for that sake, Fourier transform infrared is something that we are pitching because it is able to know the unknown components as well. There is a calibration library which helps you know the contaminants. And then this is CO2 purity monitoring. So sir was talking about the CO2 pipeline. So sir, I would like to tell that NTPC is laying down the first CO2 pipeline from Visakhapatnam, Simhadri to Pudimadka, wherein they will be making SAF using cracking it with green hydrogen and all. So for that CO2 line, the purity of CO2 is very important. You have to make sure that there are no contaminants. We have pitched in our Max IR FTIR, and they will be using it for this CO2 purity measurement in that line. Hydrogen purity is also something that we do. Then we have mass spectrometers. This is also another analytical technology that is being used for the green ammonia, green hydrogen purity measurement. So biogas value chain is also. This is something that I wanted to show. So the first 3G ethanol process, which was laid down in Panipat refinery, which is helping offset carbon of around 180,000 tons per year. So what is happening is they are using the refinery of gases and putting it in the inoculum. So inoculum is a bacteria which is converting it into the ethanol. So we have closely worked with IUCL, Panipat and Lanzatech for this solution. So this is how it goes. There is an inlet gas which measures the purity and the gas which is being fed to the inoculum. Since it is very expensive, you don't want the inoculum to get damaged. We measure the real-time analysis of real-time gas on the real-time basis, and also the output, so ethanol which is being manufactured, to know the efficiency of process. So also for the biogas, this is something that we are pitching in. I'll just do it. Green ammonia process. We can discuss on it once I am on the lunch as well. Sulfur measurement, as I discussed. So this is the total sulfur measurement part. And then this is the optical gas imaging camera, which is something that we see a lot of potential in for the fugitive emissions. So thank you. I'll leave it now for the sake of time, and we'll be happy to get in touch.